Hey guys, Devin here, Lifetime Preparedness. So I want to talk to you about the, power outages in Texas and what that means to me. Well, I'm up here in New York. Speaking of, we had a power outage last night. I'll get to that in a minute. But I think that the fact that 3 to 4 million people lost power due to wind turbines being frozen, well, that just shows a lack of redundancy. And that's the main thing that I took from this whole thing. They don't have any backups. You need to have backups. Just like if you're connected to the power grid, you need to have a generator. Now, I'm sure people had generators. I'm sure people had ways to run power at their house. But I think the state government, the local governments, they should have backup power. We shouldn't rely solely on renewable energy. That's why there's people who have off-grid homes have generators with fuel. There's a reason for that. Even if you have solar, even if you have wind, it's not always reliable. We can't control the forces around us. We can't control nature up to a certain point anyway. We can't make it windy. We can't make the sun be out. So we need to have redundancy. You need to have other sources of power, other sources of light than the sun, different things like that. So that just made me think, you gotta have redundancy. And we lost power last night at the house. We lost power. We had a generator. So we go get the generator out. It's weird. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was still awake, watching some TV. We lose power at 1 o'clock in the morning. Get ready to go outside in the rain, the freezing rain. And there's a coat of ice on everything. And then we get the generator out, plug it in, get it all hooked up. Only half the house is being ran for some reason. So we start testing stuff, start testing things in the box, checking the breakers. In it, long story short, it ends up being the one male end on the connecting cord between the generator, between the generator and the house, where we plug in, because we made the cord ourselves. But it was getting old, and the one head went bad. So I think it was like 3 or 4 years old. So we had to figure out what one went bad. When we figured that out, we had to go find another one. And then just to be safe, we swapped the wire out too. So we took the head that was still good. We had one new one, and then we grabbed another wire that we had. We cut that down, and then we did all the electrical things, put it together, and got the power back up and running. So that was a fun little thing to do. We were working on that till 3 a.m. I slept on and off this morning a little bit. Now I'm off to work, so gotta get that overtime in. But yeah, that was fun. But yeah, no, you guys, that you never know what's gonna happen. See, we weren't expecting that because our generator always works. Every time we need it, it works. It's there. We have it ready to go, and it functions properly. This time it didn't. It just shows what you gotta have things. Now my lantern came in handy last night. My flashlights came in handy last night. That lantern, I tell you what, is phenomenal. What makes a big difference having a battery operated lantern. But that's why it's also important to check what you have. Now, there was no way we would have known, because we only used we used it a couple months ago and it was fine. There's no way for us really to know that part was going to go bad. But that's why you have extras. That's why you have extras so you can swap them out. And that's why you got to know how to fix them, so that fix whatever the problem is, or at least have access to knowledge without the internet, whether that be a book, printouts, whatever the case is, on how to fix it. But ideally, you'd like to know the information and have the knowledge before, and the skills to do so before something like that happens. So that way, that was a pain anyways, a pain in the ass. We were it was, you know, between 1 and 3 in the morning outside, and it's raining ice, and we're out there playing with wires. And I mean, obviously we brought what we could in when we swapped that one piece out, but we were under the deck. It was cold, it was raining, you know, trying to fix everything. So it's never a fun time. You don't want to be doing it during that, but you know, it's a good experience, good learning experience. You know, Murphy's Law, what will go wrong can go wrong, will go wrong, you know. Anyway, guys, yeah, if you want to show support for the channel, go ahead and subscribe, share with your friends and family. That way we can get the message of preparedness out there. Go ahead and like the video, hit the bell. YouTube may or may not notify you when my videos go up, and I'll talk to you guys later.